people who have not heard the gospel, don't understand the gospel, they're going to try to create their own identity. And in a society that values uniqueness, okay, I'm a cat now. You know, because I'm more unique than you. And my teacher has to oblige by putting a litter box in the classroom because I'm more unique than the other 29 people. Yeah. And so in an individualistic society, in a society that creates your own identity, in a society that values uniqueness over community.
Why though?
Yeah.
Like why is being a snowflake valuable, purposeful, meaningful? Like you're a dude, you know, you pee standing up, and you eat meat and grow up and get a job and buy a house that a woman wants to live in, and then you can have sex. I mean, you know, it's very nice when, you know, I would hate it if I went to Ikea and they gave me a blank sheet of paper for assembling all the furniture. I would be very stressed by that.
That's so good. That is so good. Yeah.
Like God made me, he wrote a book, and he tells me how to put my life together. I don't have to be smart. So I just got to sequence the steps and crank the little wrench. I mean.
Yeah. Oh, this is so good. I know this is funny, but it really is that simple. Wow. Okay. So the team behind me is like cracking up because you just blew our minds with an IKEA illustration. But you're right. It would be paralyzing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like
how do you want to put the furniture together? It could be a coffee table or it could be a helicopter.
Yeah.
You're just like, I'm so stressed out. I need meds.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a coffee table. Step one.
Yeah. And all these parts that are in the box came together by random chance anyways.
Yeah. They all evolved.
Yeah. They all evolved into these perfectly cut pieces that look as if they have some semblance of order.
And then you put it all together and you're like, you know what? It doesn't work. It's ridiculous, but now I need to tell everybody that to me it's a coffee table. It's not a coffee table.
Yeah,
it's a disaster.
It
may identify as a coffee table, but it's a disaster. We take a whole generation and we're like, you're free to be God. And they're like, I am breaking under the weight of that responsibility.
I've looked people in their eyes and I've said, let's talk about your sexuality. I've addressed trauma and pain from their past.
Totally.
And I've told people, you don't have to embrace that identity that the world gave you. I'm going to love you more than that community. And then I've heard things, Pastor Mark, like them saying, you know what? I've never had same-sex attraction. I just had effeminate characteristics because I never had a dad. And they told me—
Masculinity is inherited from a father.
Yeah. And
the
I
thing is,
accepted the lie.
We worship a virgin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, maybe you just keep your belt on until you get home.
Yeah. Well, when you talk to people who are going out there and they're having rampant sex and then they're glorifying
but they're not anymore. They're just watching porn and they have ED.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, that's a new phenomenon. But they'll glorify it because it was their decision. And the one person who has the courage to say that was a wrong decision, it actually confirms their deeper conviction. Because there's a lot of people I've talked to who are like, I don't want to be this.
You can suppress the truth, but eventually your conscience gets you.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's why it's like a lot of people say, you know, at V1 Church, are you doing conversion therapy? And it's like, no, I'm preaching the gospel. And actually what happened is the Holy Spirit's already been working on them. And I'm not even telling them anything new. A lot of times I'm confirming what the Holy Spirit already said.
Yeah.
And they walk right through that door of freedom. And we've got people burning, you know, makeup and wigs, and we're doing drag queen funerals and people are getting free. But I'm not coming with anything new all the time. Sometimes it's just a confirmation of what they already know as to be truth. And they wanted somebody with enough courage to actually say it.
But see, the sex is a religion now, and so is the identity. And that's Romans 1. You either worship creator or created.
Yeah.
That's it. And everybody's a pagan that's not a Christian. You're worshiping an idea that was created, a demon that was created, a business that was created. But then it says very curiously that the result of worshiping the created rather than the creator is sexual sin of every sort and kind, including the only express forbidding of lesbianism in the Bible, Romans 1, and approving of others and encouraging them to do likewise, Pride Month.
Wow.
And so, you know, at the end of the day, if you stop worshiping the created and you start worshiping the creator, the first thing that starts to happen is that sexually you develop some measure of self-control and sanity. I want to see captives set free. I want to see people released from, to quote Colossians, delivered from the dominion of darkness to his glorious light. And so what I do get really frustrated in are the false prophets who will claim to be pastors and Christian leaders, and the soft woke cowards with the Ahabian passive spirit who will either tolerate things that are evil or will echo them.
Yeah.
Because that's not loving people. That's abusing and harming them. And all that is loving yourself so that you don't have to pay any price for the preaching of the gospel.
Come on. All right, guys. Hey, hit the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to this channel, and then ring the bell notification so every time I go live, you see it. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next teaching.